of 1 light, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lights are on, big stall, and they're out, and away we go here.
Mercy's looking up the inside.
Oh, he's gone for it.
He gets it too. Oh, and Mercy goes around.
Front of the move here. Oh, it's below 8 spins.
And that's a safety car. HK is past him though. Oh, no, not quite.
Really gets
oh, huge carnage. Huge carnage.
HK goes defensive, bang him in with the late goal. If we look in the formal casting, he's done well all 2 hours of this race.
And a very big hello everybody, welcome along to Grand Final Week. Yes, this is the final round of Season 4 of the Aussie Racing League. And we are here at Spa-Francorchamps, a circuit that is, well, half the distance of what it really was when it was set up back in 1925. Let's take a look at the layout. 19 turns to keep these drivers honest, and of course massive DRS zones, plenty of overtaking opportunities, and the ripple strips will catch you out every single time here. Let's see who's going to take out our championships for the final time in Season 4. Here is your commentary team.
Alright, thank you for that, HK Racing. Hello everyone, I'm Old Mate James and I'm joined here in the commentary box tonight with Vlad, and we are off with a sprint race. So this is the formation lap at current, so don't get too excited. We have not started just quite yet. These guys are just going out, warming up their tyres and stuff. Are you excited, Vlad?
It's the grand finale of the season. How can you not be excited? Looking out for some good racing tonight, and yeah, keen to see what happens.
It's going to be interesting here. So, of course, it's reverse grid based on championship points for the top 10 positions. So that's why we have the starting grid that we have. That's how we get it with the sprint race. And then it's going to be 8 laps for the sprint race, and then that will set the grid for the Grand Prix. So interestingly, we have everyone starting in the mediums as well. Oh no, sorry. We have Vax Verstappen, who I believe is a newcomer to the ARL League, who has elected to start on the softs, but he has unfortunately disqualified himself on the formation lap. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Maybe he accidentally caused some contact or something like that. So how do you think this sprint race is going to go down, Vlad?
I mean, in terms of the front 10, I think it'll be quite clean. I guess keeping it clean at turn 1 will be what to look out for, I guess. Can they keep it clean through turn 1 and then through Eau Rouge and Radion?
Yeah, I feel like Eau Rouge and Radion is where we're really going to see the issues, if there are going to be any.
Yeah, lap 1 will be quite chaotic, I can imagine, but I'm open to surprises. I think the Academy division has certainly improved quite a lot from race 1, so I'm looking forward to some close racing.
Yeah, it'll be really good to see some close racing with this reverse grid. Of course, that's why we do it, to try and get the best racing possible. So we've got Bulldogs, Man of Tin, both missing their box there.
As we see Jake as well.
Looks like the rest of them have sort of got it okay. Yeah, they all, rest of the pack actually looks to have done quite a good job, especially Mercy there in the Williams. And the Red Bull of freed some shady behind him. Actually did a really good job of getting into that grid box there. All right, here we go. 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's a long lights. They're out finally, and they're off. It looks like everyone's off the line fairly cleanly. Oh no, we've got someone
Jake into the wall off the start.
The Haas goes up the inside. There's a little bit of contact there with the Alfa Romeo, and the Alfa Romeo goes round. Absolute carnage in the back. Thankfully, ghosting is on.
As we see so many cars spinning. The cold tires, surely.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful on the exit of turn 1 with those colder tires, especially if you couldn't get them up to temp properly, or you had that tire temp bug, which I believe they did say they would fix, but I'm not sure if Codemasters have ended up fixing it yet. So we've got a lot of people making some serious moves up the grid here already. Mercy looking really well at the moment, already up 6 positions and looking to make some more. He's right on the rear end of Khufu Cowboy here, however he is facing pressure from formal casting behind him, as Man of Tin has actually spread the lead out to 1.3 seconds already, and we haven't even finished the first lap. Got battles down in the back between HK and MV33. As it looks like MV33 will be forced to cede that position for now. And we have a yellow in the back as Stealth has gone around in the rear, unfortunately for him. He has not DNF'd though, so he will be still in the race, but that is going to impact his starting grid position for the Grand Prix very severely. Oh, and we've got Philly jumping into the pits, possibly with front wing damage. Mercy's gone around at the top of Radion, and he's lost a lot of positions to that. He's absolutely plummeted back down the order. All of that good work that he did at the start of the sprint race completely undone, and he's still not done losing positions, as it looks like Rudy's going to make a move up the inside, but Rudy does yield. New racer Vax Verstappen making the move on Bolidat up the inside, manages to hold it. Oh, both of them go around. Bolidat and Jake both go around there. I'm not sure if there was contact there or not. Didn't look like it, but there definitely could have been. There's action all over the...
As we see Belladart spin.
Oh no, again. He only just spun as well, so I'd say those tyres are very hot.
Rudy overtaking. Oh, it's him on the inside. Big damage to his front. He's lost his front wing.
Oh, it's completely? Oh, no, no.
Complete. Oh.
Doesn't look too bad, actually.
That was some big contact.
Still has both
between
plates, by the look.
Oh, he's... One of them's lost a lot.
Oh, HK's got the run on him here. HK's got the run on Rudy. Oh, not quite though. Can HK get the switch back? Going down towards Eau Rouge.
Lap 3, that means DRS is going to be open this lap.
Yeah, true, and that's going to be a big advantage down that straight. Oh, and we see Jake in the Williams go around again as well. So you go, HK gets the move done on Rudy. Can he keep it though? It looks like he can for now. Rudy's not letting him go though, as Mercy picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings while battling MV33. Very close to running on track limits there. Could be a lot smoother through there by Mercy, although he is on a controller, which makes it a little bit more difficult than a racing wheel. We've got Milk juicing on Schmork, trying to make a move on the grass around the outside. Goes too deep and ends up losing a lot of time. Schmork compromises his line a little bit to defend though, and that may end up costing him the position, as Milk is willing to drain a lot of battery to stick a bit just up the inside, and there may have been contact there. Milk does get the move on Schmork. Schmork now going to have to be forced to defend against Freed Sim Shady in the Red Bull. Well, let's jump back up to the top, because I'm not sure if Man of Tin's had a moment, but Reblitz has closed that gap significantly. That was 1.3 seconds at the start of the race. It's now closed by a second in the last 2 laps. We've got a yellow in Sector 1 as it looks like Philly has gone around.
Oh, Philly looking to stick it up the inside, goes to the outside, and gets hit by Stealth very hard.
I don't know how he
manages to keep it grounded.
Oh, Reblitz has had a moment. He was catching right up on Man of Tin and he's had a moment. Oh, don't worry. Angry Man has also had a moment. He saw Reblitz go around and sympathy spun for him. So he decided, oh, don't worry about it, mate. You can have P2 straight back. So that Man of Tin is probably really happy about that. That gives him a lot of breathing room. He was starting to have to fight for that position. Formal casting very close up on the rear end of Khufu Cowboy here, who is not too far behind Reblitz, but is dropping back. And I don't know if Khufu Cowboy is going to have DRS, which he's going to need to defend against formal casting.
Khufu on 22% ERS. Really needs to save it here.
Yeah, he's draining that really hard. Khufu was lucky to have that DRS there. Maybe that's where all his battery went. He used the
yes.
to desperately get that DRS.
Looks to be struggling to stay with Reblitz as he's creeping in and out of the DRS window.
Yeah, he cannot get away from Formal at all.
Formal is just inching closer and closer. We'll probably be looking for an overtaking move next lap and then going on to overtake Reblitz, I presume. Has a lot of ERS to use from. Take a look at Reblitz, he's just about even, is even juicing on the straight here, don't know why. Doesn't really need to, but I guess if he can get away from Khufu, that'll really help him.
Not sure if Reblitz is starting to have some issues there or something, but Khufu has caught back up to him and Formal has dropped off a bit, so Khufu really pulling out the stops there in Sector 3. We're getting into the closing stages of this sprint race now as well. So some of these
Is Khufu good? Khufu's not gonna have DRS.
No, he's not. He's too far back. He's way too
Got a spin. Oh, Sector 3. Jake.
Khufu went very wide through Radion there, and I thought for sure he was going to spin, but he managed to keep it under control. Max Formal gets close, does not make a lunge up the inside, he's too far back. Looks like Schmork might be looking to make a move on Bulldogs as well. They're about to come up to the DRS zone. Schmork is draining that battery, but Bulldogs has a huge battery advantage. Triple the power in his than Schmork does, but Schmork with the DRS as well will get past him quite easily. Schmork's just going to have to hold that.
Oh, Rudy. Rudy's had a moment. Reblitz gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Now he really has to push right till the end.
Formal is starting to juice hard on Kufu Cowboy. Kufu less than 20%, Formal 50% and juicing.
Formal here definitely has the pace advantage. She'll be looking to overtake on the straight. And probably
round the outside,
making the move very early.
He got it done quite easily though, all the way down to first gear for turn 1. I'm not sure if that's the gearing that I'd use, but yeah. But now he just has to hold it for 2 laps though, which is going to be hard because Kufu is going to have DRS on him.
I mean, it depends if he's not even thinking about Kufu, he just wants Reblitz. However, he has been overtaken. He's been swallowed.
He just got double overtaken. Both the Alpines at once take Max Formal in the McLaren.
I was watching in the background there, Vax Verstappen, and he's on the soft tires, and he's just absolutely plowing through the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure in a sprint race how the tyre degradation is calculated, but it looks like those softs were a pretty good choice. However, at the same time, there were a number of incidents that gave him a lot of free positions, or borderline free positions. Max is still in this though. There's still another lap of that DRS, so he may be able to get one or potentially both these Alpines back again. Ooh, someone's had a spin there. I believe that was a back marker of Jake. Ooh. Mercy is closing right up on the back of Milk.
Getting up really close, goes a little bit wide.
Yeah, running wide there might actually cost him. Oh, he's much later on the brakes.
Spins it
He does deep though, but that's okay.
Can they keep it clean? Can they keep it clean? They kept it clean.
Mercy tries his hardest to leave the space there, and got to commend him for that. That was actually really clean by him, even though he ended up basically sacrificing the position for it. It was good.
We're on the final lap now. Kufu, formal casting 0.6 behind, isn't going to overtake here.
No battery, not enough battery.
No, nobody has battery besides Man of Tin.
Yeah, Man of Tin has been cruising almost this entire race. He had a little bit of a challenge there from Reblitz at one point, but that ended up going away without too much defending by Man of Tin. Luckily for him, unluckily for Reblitz. So it looks like Mercy actually lost a position to Art and Dash there, or did Milk gain a position on Art and Dash? I think Milk may have gained a position on Art.
Yeah, I think I'm not too sure actually, but Mercy has got 30% ERS, and I am expecting something. Just something. I don't know what it'll be.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's definitely going to involve the bus stop chicane.
I'm surprised he's not used that a lot more, right? Because
I mean,
you definitely.
I think he's been saving it for now.
Last lap, you want to really be draining that bike. Even now, he's still not using it. You really want to be draining.
Is maybe potentially has auto ERS.
Oh,
Oh no,
Maybe he did.
no.
yeah.
He just used it.
Oh, Bulldogs has DNF'd. Round in end of sector 2. Alright, so there you go, guys. That is the sprint qualifying. So Man of Tin takes that P1, dominant lead the whole of the sprint race. Reblitz ends up picking up P2. New racer of Vax Verstappen gets P3 on those soft compound tyres with an excellent run from the rear of the pack. Followed by Kufu Cowboy, Formal Casting, MV33, Milk, Art and Dash, Mercy, HK, Angry Man, Rudy, Schmork, Freed Slim Shady, the lead at Philly, Stealth, and I believe it will then be Jake and then Bulldogs. Potentially. Actually, maybe not. Maybe it'll be Bulldogs and then Jake. Because Jake was a lapped car when he crossed the line. So I think it will actually be Bulldogs and then Jake.
I gotta say, that was a very chaotic start.
There were cars flying all over the place, left-hand side of the track. I didn't know what was going on.
I mean, I wasn't too impressed, but I wasn't too surprised, to put it. But I definitely think all of them picked themselves up well, and to finish that race off quite safely. And yeah, now it's all onto the main race.
There was definitely a little bit of desperation sort of setting in around the midpoint of that race there.
Oh, definitely.
Around lap like 4, 5, 6, that you could tell a lot of drivers were really starting to push their limits, and for some of them it ended up quite poorly, unfortunately. So.
I mean, the safest thing to do in this division, I guess, is as long as these drivers understand that, you don't need to send it at every corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just play smartly and safely. Save your ERS, look after your tires, drop the fuel load a little bit. Play with caution.
I actually find it so hard to get like that perfect sort of sweet spot for the tire pressures for the management of the temps now.
Definitely.
With all these like,
Definitely.
new patches and whatnot.
I definitely think for some tracks, looking after the tire wear, you can drop the pressures and it'll look after the tires a little bit more than increasing the tire wear, but then you'll lose a little bit of pace. So you've got to find that nice sweet spot.
Definitely, it's definitely a balancing act. Right, so we are now doing the formation lap for the main event for the race here. Just while we're watching this formation lap and these guys warm up their tires, I just want to remind everyone that for the month of August, all new subscribers and resubscribers to Aussie Racing League's Twitch channel go into the draw to win one of 3 $50 Steam vouchers. So you guys can win one of 3 Steam vouchers that we're giving away this month. So all you have to do is be a subscriber to the ARL Twitch channel, and you'll go into the draw. The winner will be announced on the Elite broadcast on the 1st of September. So don't forget to subscribe. Use those Twitch Prime subs if you've got them to go in the running for that Steam gift card. So CJM, those guys didn't leave. They just either crashed into someone or crashed into the wall and have been disqualified from the formation lap.
Rudy's in P1. That's why.
We're getting word that there is a lobby restart potentially. Okay, we are back. Okay.
We have a formation lap.
Yeah, we do. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we do. We have a formation lap. Let's
we have a formation lap. Pretty puggies indeed.
Max Verstappen de-eschewed himself from formation lap again.
Pretty puggies indeed.
What is going on? Why am I hearing? Sorry about that, boys. Alright. I don't know what. Alright. We should be good now. Cool. Yeah, Max Verstappen disqualified himself from the formation lap again, accidentally. So that's a bit unfortunate for him. It's the third time he's done that now? Second time.
Second.
Bully and Bulldogs disqualifying themselves as well. So, I don't know how reliably we can take Codemaster's word for it, but there was just a patch, that's the reason for the delay, and they have apparently fixed the tyre temps off the starting line, the tyres being ice cold, so wait and see if that is really actually true or not.
Yes, we will indeed. Be nice if it is fixed.
It would be, because that's a very frustrating bug. Just like
It really is.
seeing the tires go ice cold on the starting line, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just know you're like really positions off the start. So it looks like everyone has kept the same tire choices for the most part.
Yes.
So we still have the two soft runners with MV
And the 3 hard runners.
oh no, there's a fourth hard runner now. So Bulldogs also opted for the hards as well.
Ah, very true.
HK Racing loves to start on those hards, doesn't he? That's definitely his go-to strategy, is hards to mediums. And
I am gonna be very intrigued to see how the softs pull out. After that sprint race, the softs looked very comfortable.
yeah, it didn't really look like they were falling off at all compared to the mediums, did they?
No, I suspect that they will be trying to extend their soft stint, hoping for safety cars.
The safety car here is definitely possible, but you know, there is quite a bit of runoff in a lot of sections of the track, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's not like an excessive amount of safety cars like we've had in some of the races, like Australia. Oh, and here we go. 5 red lights. They are out and we are off. Manitin gets a bogged down start. Max Verstappen absolutely chewing him up in the positions there, but Reblet's contesting Max Verstappen there as well. As we see a McLaren and a Mercedes run really, really wide off the exit of turn 1. Oh, big contact between the Mercedes there in the background. Teammates.
That is Ayrton Dash.
Man of Tin looks like he came out relatively unscathed from that, but yeah, that was devastating to see between teammates.
We now see Reblet following very closely behind the Alpine of Max Verstappen.
I wonder how long he can keep those up on the medium tyres versus Bax's softs.
Looking quite clean. Some very close racing now.
MV33 right up on the rear of Milk as well. He's on those soft tyres too, so he's going to be looking to make up as many positions here on the track as he can.
Like, they've managed to keep it pretty clean. I'm very impressed.
This has been pretty good so far, hasn't it?
This is going to be very interesting to see. Oh, I may have spoke to... No, that's Bulldogs. Bulldogs is off in Sector 2. I'm very interested to see after at lap 3 when the DRS opens and we start to see some action going on.
Yeah, we might not have to wait until there, though. It looks like MV33 and Milk are fighting now. MV33 gets the position on the exit of the bus stop chicane, and it looks like he's going to be able to hold it through turn 1. Really nice line there by McLaren.
Very impressive, very clean move there.
Milk is not letting him get away with it, though. Milk is actually dropping some of that battery. They're fighting down the straight. Who's going to be later on the brakes? Will it be the Ferrari? No, the McLaren with the inside line manages to pull ahead.
If I'm Milk here, I'd ideally be looking at giving MV33, letting them catch up to the back of Reblitz and Vax Verstappen and just stick with them for as long as you can, really, on those medium tires, because eventually they're going to reach a point where they do start to drop off quite significantly.
No, I 100% agree with that. I want to play the strategy game now, although Milk ran really wide and actually ended up losing a lot of time to MV33, so to the point where he's almost not in DRS range anymore. Yeah, no, he looks like he's not going to be able to stage in DRS range. Which means Formal Casting is looking to make a move on Milk now as a result of that. Formal juicing a little bit, using that battery advantage. Will Formal look to make a move into the bus stop chicane? No, he's just going to be content with the position as it stands now.
Looking down the back of the pack, Rudy has made a dive on Khufu, running a little bit wide outside of the bus stop chicane there. We'll be looking to make a move into turn 1, I believe. Sticks it up the inside. Very clean racing here from Khufu and Rudy. Very impressive stuff.
HK Racing getting right up on the rear of Angry Man, as well as the DRS is now enabled. So we're on lap 3. HK makes a move up the inside. It looks pretty clean. Not much space left for HK by Angry Man, but there is no contact. HK ends up having to yield the position back. So we go side by side through the beginning of Sector 2 there, and HK is going to have to drop a little bit back now on those hard compound tyres. Hopefully he can get another bit of a run up again on the next lap.
Looking down the order here, I'm looking at Belladat. Very slowly but surely closing up to the back of Philly. He is on the harder compound tyre here. Schmore closing up.
MV33 just got Reblitz without too much of a challenge really as well. So it looks like these soft tyres are really, really good off the line. So it'll be interesting to see how long they're going to last for.
Definitely, definitely.
Reblitz not letting him go though. Reblitz will be in DRS range, although it looks like MV33 dropped a lot of that ERS battery and actually has managed to get in. Yes, he did. MV33 gets the DRS off Vax Verstappen.
That is very cheeky.
Although I don't know if my eyes deceive me just a little. It looks like MV33's DRS closed for a second halfway down the straight, and he almost lost the position to Reblitz for that.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it looks like the grid is starting to space out just a little bit here now.
We take a quick look at Khufu. He seems to be, by the looks of it, he is very fast within Sector 1 and throughout the start of Sector 2, but seems to drop off just a little bit throughout Sector 3. I'm wondering, is he running a little bit more down of a downforce setup as opposed to a straight line speed setup?
That's an interesting thought. I mean, it could also be his tire pressures as well. Like maybe he's getting to a point where by the end of Sector 2 those tires are overheating if he hasn't got the pressures dialed in.
Very true. He is on the harder compound as well, so we can keep that in mind. He's within 1 second of Rudy. Whether he's looking to make a move, not too sure.
I think he's going to be much too far back to make a move. Yeah, he definitely will be. Free Slim Shady is actually potentially going to be trying to get a move done on Khufu.
Ideally needs to get the move done now. Is probably the most efficient place to do it, but...
Well, beautifully defended by Free Slim Shady there. Not quite the inside line, but defending sort of halfway between both inside and outside. And it makes it really difficult for Free Slim Shady to find a line past him.
Field certainly is spacing out now. Freedsome Shady is absolutely on all over the back of Khufu now, so we'll definitely be seeing him move very shortly.
I think he might end up going for it next lap if he can maintain up this close onto the gearbox of Khufu Cowboy.
Looking at Angry Man is also on the rear end of Belladat.
He's 2, and Angry Man has the tyre advantage there. Oh, Man of Tin has had a bit of a spin. Where is that? Right at the start of Sector 3. So unfortunately he's dropped right back because of that.
Epic behind, managing to navigate pretty safely.
Angry Man looking to make a move on Belita, maybe? Well, he accidentally runs really wide off the track. That's going to compromise his line into the bus stop chicane. Very, very close to contact there. And then
Philly's dived into the pits.
I think Philly jumping into the pits there actually really confused Angry Man with what line he was supposed to take, because he ended up going so wide through that corner. Let's jump back on with Free Slim Shady and Khufu Cowboys. They're coming up to the long DRS straight at the top of the hill there. And Freed Slim Shady will get past him quite easily with the DRS. Can Khufu Cowboy fight back through the twisties at the start of Sector 2? It doesn't look like it. He is dropping back a little bit. And he is on those hard compound tyres, so that will affect his ability significantly through these tighter corners, especially here at start of Sector 2.
Just noticed that very briefly, I believe, Reblitz was out of the DRS range of MV, and he's managed to catch up to the back of them. I'm wondering, are those softs really starting to fall off?
They might be. I imagine now would be starting to feel a little bit of degradation.
And I believe MV is really on the softs right now because he is down to 30%.
Yeah, he's been using that battery really hard. Vax Verstappen though, actually doing quite nicely on battery, sitting on about 90%. So, but he has had the benefit of not having to battle his way through as much of the pack as MV33 had there. So that's a pretty big advantage there.
Vax Verstappen just seems to have some absolutely blistering pace compared to the rest of the field.
Yeah, he's definitely making a big impact here in ARL so far. This is going to be really interesting to see how this goes. Unfortunately, it's the last race of this season anyway. However, there will be more races. There's always more races. NV33 is actually closing up on Max Verstappen there a little bit there. Sort of winding that gap in a little bit and then letting it out again. So we'll see how this ends up playing out. Reblitz looks poised in a really good position to take advantage of this. And I think a lot of this race is going to come down to strategy, as we see essentially those three major different strategies within the race of the softs, mediums, and the hard starters. Do you think a one-stop is achievable, softs to hards here?
Yes. Honestly, yes.
It'll be interesting to see what the time difference is in that between a one-stop on like mediums to hard. As we see Vax starting to use a bit of that battery now, as he's starting to get worried about the threat from these guys behind. Pushes that gap out to 1.4 seconds in a manner of essentially one straight. And the cars behind him had DRS as well. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just gonna push my Discord onto Do Not Disturb really quickly, so you guys aren't wondering where your Thornton messages are. Reblitz really starting to catch the back of MV33 here. It looks like those soft tyres might be starting to drop off quite badly. And there we go, we've got MV33 diving into the pits. Same with Vax Verstappen, so those two soft runners hitting the beginning of lap 9. And that'll put Reblitz into the race lead here. However, he's still under threat from Milk in the Ferrari, who has also had quite a good run. Milk's going to have the DRS advantage here. And they're both on equal levels of battery. It looks like Reblitz is happy to let him go for now. Well, maybe it looks like he wanted to fight him just a little bit into the beginning of Sector 2 there, but it looks like he ended up deciding to make the better decision in the end. Can Reblitz stay on to the back of Milk, though? That is the question. If Reblitz can just stay within DRS range, he might do really, really well here. And just piggyback off of this really good speed that Milk has. Angry Man moving up on the back of Schmork. Both the AlphaTauri drivers I wonder if team orders will come into play between these two, or if they are going to fight. Angry Man goes really, really wide there in Sector 3 there. He's done it quite a few times. And we have Mercy coming into pit. That's only 9 laps on the mediums, and he's putting on the hards. So 9 laps mediums, 12 laps hards, and he's actually getting a wing replacement as well from Mercy, so maybe that's what prompted him to come in this lap. Reblitz picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to put the pressure on him, as Milk already had a 3-second and Reblitz was sitting on 0. So he had a big advantage there with the penalties, but unfortunately that advantage is now gone. Oh, excuse me, guys. Well, it looks like Rudy on the fresh hards catching up very rapidly to Belida, who's running that slightly older hards, been on those since the start of the race. And Mercy not too far behind Rudy as well, also on those much fresher hards. However, Mercy's probably not up to temp yet. We know how these tyres are around these new F1 2022 tracks. Coming out on the hards from the pits is usually a pretty slow outlap due to trying to get those tyres up to 10. And we've got a lot of other medium runners now pitting. So we've got Schmork, Freed Slim Shady, and Reblitz diving into the pits. Start of lap 11. They will be going mediums to hards by the look of it. Yep, all of them mediums to hards. HK Racing now up into P4. He is yet to pit. However, so are these 2 drivers in front of him as well. He is gaining on Kufu Cowboy, it looks like. Kufu Cowboy with a little bit of a battery advantage, however they are pretty close to equal. Oh, not sure if we missed something there. It looks like Rudy may have had a bit of a moment, or Mercy has managed to get past him. Mercy now looking to make a challenge on Belida, both on the hard tyres, however Mercy's are 9 laps fresher. Rudy looking to contend with Mercy as well. Rudy may be able to actually slip by the leader, take advantage of this battle, as we have the 2 front runners of Milk and Milk and Formcasting have chosen to pit. Rudy trying to go around the outside of Belida through the bus stop chicane. Sorry, Mercy trying to go outside the Belida in the bus stop chicane, and does end up making it stick. So really, really good move by Mercy there. And now Belida is facing another contender behind him in the form of Rodriguez, who's also on the much fresher tyres. Oh, Rudy really wanted to make a move on Belida there, but unfortunately was just too far back and just didn't have the battery. So Belida and Rudy both running almost empty on the ERS battery, whereas Mercy still has a little bit in reserve for now. There appears to be some battling up the front between Khufu Cowboy and HK Racing. That Alpine v Haas once again. Right up on the back of HK Racing. They both dive into the pits together. So Khufu and HK both pitting. Start of 13 for those hard compound tyres. I assume they will both be putting on the mediums. Yep, Khufu onto the mediums. HK Racing a much slower stop. Also onto the mediums. Oh, it comes out just in front of Khufu. HK does keep the position. Good exits by both of them. Managed to maintain in that line. We'll stay with them and see how they go. See, especially on these cold tyres, they're going to be suffering for a little bit. Khufu dropping back off of HK a little bit, but still within DRS range for now. However, he's right on the edge of it. Rudy is on slightly harder, slightly older tyres, so he is going to probably find it hard to pass these guys, HK Racing and Khufu Cowboy, now that their tyres would be up to temperature. Rudiger is going to have to wait towards a later stage in the race and hope that these medium tyres start to go off to a point where he can maybe slip by. Although he does have significantly less battery than both of them as well. Belita comes into the pits now on those old hards, and he will be looking to likely put on the mediums. I don't know if softs can go to the end from here. Not that I see that yellow stripe that the pit crew's got queued up for him, and Belita is onto the mediums in there. Just a mark. It looks like the race is beginning to stagnate a little bit here for now. Oh, Man of Tin does have DRS on Angry Man, however it looks like he's going to be too far back to make a challenge right now. Khufu Cowboy closing that gap up to HK Racing too, under 0.4 of a second now. But it does look like Khufu is really struggling to maintain or close that gap in the sort of high-speed, straighter sections of the track. So I'm wondering if there's maybe a significant difference in the setups between Khufu and HK here that is causing that. It's going to be even harder for Khufu to catch up to HK now, as HK appears to have put the hammer down a little bit. Is actually in DRS range of Mercy. and is actually going to be in striking distance of Mercy, I think, here. I'm not sure if Mercy had a little bit of a moment there or what, but Mercy is significantly lacking speed, and HK is going to easily get past him with the DRS advantage here down the straight at the top of the hill. And with that DRS and that little bit of use of battery, HK will actually set a purple first sector here. So he's on an absolute flyer at the moment. We'll stay on board with him and see if he can manage to get a fastest lap of the race. Oh, we do have a yellow in sector 2, but it is all clear now, so it mustn't have been anything too major. Very short yellow. Oh, we have Mercy spinning in the rear. He's going to drop a number of positions as a result of that. Goes back down to 9th. However, it looks like he is able to sort of stem the bleeding and maintains P9. So he only lost about 2 positions there. As HK comes around to the start-finish line, can he pick up the fastest lap of the race with that purple sector 1? He does. We've got a 1:47.6 for HK Racing on the medium compound tyres here on lap 16. Oh, we have a car DNF, Art Dash, on the... Oh, no, he has retired in the pits. Okay. Has he? Why has that caused a yellow flag? Interesting. Yeah, Art Dash retired in the pits, which for some reason caused a yellow flag on the main straight. Thanks, Codies. A few more drivers starting to pick up penalties here. Angry Man up to 14 seconds of penalties. And we're up to 16 of 22. Still 6 laps to go. Have to rein that in a little bit or he might end up pushing disqualification territory. So MV33 is actually past Vax Verstappen now. The Cuckoo Cowboy is still following close behind HK Racing, but has been unable to really get in a position to make a significant move on him so far. You really can't close this gap to HK, and as I said, it's sort of like the beginning of Sector 3, and then down the big straight at the top of the hill where Kufu just is unable to keep up with HK. So that must be a setup related difference, or potentially even a tyre temperature related difference. as Vlad and I were talking about earlier. I haven't actually done too much practice around here myself yet, so I haven't really got the tyre temps dialed in or anything like that, so I'm not sure. Man of Tin may have had a bit of an incident there, as he was very, very slow down the start-finish section of the track and allows Angry Man to get past him, unable to really defend against that with such a speed difference between him and Angry Man. However, that will now give Man of Tin the DRS advantage down this top straight, which is a very, very long straight, so the DRS advantage will give him significant speed increase, and it looks like he is able to get that move done right before heading into the start of Sector 2. So Tins recovers that position really quite nicely there. Kufu dropping out, almost out of DRS range of HK Racing now, as the race really sort of starts to settle into this rhythm and this spacing. Although Mercy is looking like he's going to potentially make a challenge on Rodriguez. They are both on the same tyre compounds, similar age. I think Mercy's going to be too far back to really challenge Rodriguez's position here down the straight. However, Rudy is harvesting, but it's not going to be enough. Mercy's still going to be too far back to challenge, at least on this lap. If Mercy can manage to hold up on the rear of Rodriguez for the rest of this lap without dropping back too much, I'd say Mercy should be able to get the move done, as we have an Alfa Romeo spinning, and that's Bulldogs on the fresh soft, so it looks like he may have been going for those fastest lap points. Well, and we've had a spin again. Bulldogs again going around, I believe, yes. Mercy dropping back a little bit off of Rodriguez. Oh, but Mercy had a really, really good line through the bus stop chicane there. It's right up on the rear of Rudy. For some reason, Mercy is intent on getting the move done in turn 1, but I don't think that's really going to happen. Turn 1 is a very difficult spot to overtake, even with the DRS down the start-finish straight. Well, it looks like they're thinking about going side by side into Eau Rouge, but Mercy does end up yielding, which is probably the wise decision. I don't think they would both come out the other side. Especially with this long straight, Mercy's going to have the DRS. Will he be able to get past him? He is harvesting, so Mercy has to push to overtake. Oh, there's contact between them! Mercy and Rudy. It looks like Rudy's front tyre just clipped Mercy's rear tyre as they were entering that first corner of Sector 2 there. So that's going to be a little bit contentious. Mercy does get the move done on Rudy, but it's not as clean as he would like. And that will probably result in some sort of FIA discussion. Angry Man and Man of Tin are back at it again. Angry Man on the slightly fresher tyres. So 4 lap fresher hards. 4 laps is a significant amount of wear, especially around Spa here. So it's not something to be ignored really. The question is, will it be enough to get Angry Man? Oh no! And he's gone around. Angry Man has lost it. So Man of Tin will breathe significantly easily after seeing that. HK Racing within DRS range of formal casting here. However, the battery is almost empty. HK Racing's going really all out on this. Gets the move done on formal. However, formal still has a bit of battery, and this is not the last lap. There is still one more lap to go after this. Formal casting's going to stick with HK here. HK on the 8-lap mediums, formal on the 9-lap hards. Don't know which compound is actually the one I would prefer to be on at this stage, but I know that I would prefer to have the double the battery, which is the position formal casting is currently sitting in. Remember, HK Racing also has that penalty. Oh, up to a 5-second penalty now. So, interestingly, if I was formal, I would probably not go too crazy trying to get that track position, knowing that once the penalty is added, formal will have the position. I guess the problem is, though, does formal know how HK got that penalty, and is the prospect of him getting it removed on the table? As we see, HK is harvesting down into the bus stop chicane. Gains 1 or 2 percentages, so just above that harvesting level of 10%. Formal is now juicing pretty hard to stay with HK here, so it looks like the mediums at this point are still the faster compound. We are now in the final lap of this race here, and things are looking pretty spicy. It looks like there might be too much of a gap between Milk and MV33 to make a difference, especially considering Milk has a much lower level of battery. Formal is completely out of battery, both Formal and HK completely out of battery now as well. So we have these guys now cross the line, so that's the Alpine in P1, MV33 and the McLaren in P2, Milk in P3. Reblitz will pick up P4. HK will end up dropping back to P7 with the 5-second penalty. So leaving Formal casting P5, Kufu Cowboy P6. And we will wait and see how these penalties roll for the sorting out of the driver order. This is going to be a really interesting wrap up to the end of our season. So I think that is the provisional championship for formal, but I haven't actually done the math. So it may actually end up being really close between him and HK Racing in this truncated season of Aussie Racing League. Okay, so there's the podium ceremony, and there is the, as it stands, grid positions now, pending any sort of FIA verdict. So Vax Verstappen will not take home P1. He will end up being disqualified from this race. So that'll leave MV33 P1, Milk P2, Reblitz P3 for our podium winners. We'll then have Formal Casting, Khufu Cowboy, HK Racing, Rudiger's, Mercy, Man of Tin, Schmork, Belidat, Angry Man, Freed Slim Shady, Philly, Bulldogs, and Arton Dash. And I'll just bring up the race director really quickly for you guys, in case anyone wants it for any FIA-related shenanigans. And that's a girthy race director tonight. There we go, and as I said, I believe that provisionally gives, and yep, Basink has stated as well in the Twitch chat, that provisionally gives the championship win to Max Formal. So we will grab some guys for interviews, and we'll be right back. Right, we're going to grab Max Formal. So move to commentary. Max, are you there, mate?
Yeah.
Welcome to the commentary box. So congratulations. Are you aware of what has just happened? What has transpired?
I've been trying to figure out the math right now, so yeah. I'm vaguely aware of what's going on.
Do you want me to tell you? I know the math.
Yeah, hit me up.
So congratulations, Max Formal. You have just won the ARL Academy Championship by 2 points.
Woo! 2 points.
Yes.
So
you bring home P1.
So what's it? So does that mean like the 5 seconds from HK was like? Because that's the spooky bit, right? Like, I don't know yet, because I know HK got that 5 second penalty. I don't know if that's going to get removed.
Well, neither do I, to be honest. So, of course, it's all provisional at this stage, pending full finalised race results. But provisionally, you have the championship at the moment.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, congratulations on the provisional drivers' championship for Academy. How do you feel? How was the sprint into the Grand Prix at Spa?
Turn 1 was chaos, as we've kind of come to expect, I feel, when it comes to Spa. So I don't know. All I remember from the start of it was there's cars going into walls, cars going way too wide, and all of that. But we got through it in one piece, and then from there it's just kind of hold station, because I know the Alpines were very aggressive in that sprint, kind of wound up stuck between the two of them, and trying to think big picture at the end, I just kind of let them go and let them do their own thing. I think the less said about Vax at this stage, the better, from what I gather. So,
yeah, awesome, mate. Well, again, congratulations and thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Just real quick though, like, again, don't know where this is going from here. I don't know. Provisional's only provisional, but either way, shout out to like the other people who are competing at the end. I think Angry got robbed not winning a single race this split when he was probably the fastest driver of the 4 contenders. Reblitz, if he stays on the track, he probably wins as well, and HK fought to the very end, so huge shout outs to all of them, as well as the McLaren team.
Jamesy, before you let him go, it's HK. Yeah. It's great being an admin. You can just jump in. Yeah. Maxie, congratulations. Outstanding season, bro. It was so much fun racing with you guys. As you said, Angry Man, Rudy, everybody. Yeah. Dude, you deserved it. Well done. And there's no doubt the the penalty staying. It was a pit lane speeding penalty, so you're sweet.
Oof.
So I'm good. All right, I'm celebrating then. Thank
Go,
you, HK.
go
Thank
enjoy,
you.
brother. Go enjoy. You deserve it.
All right, now I can relax. Woo!
Thanks, man. Right, HK. So-
Now he's gone. He can go to hell. I can get stuffed. I hate the world. I want to die.
So provisionally, the points difference between yourself and Max was only 2 points at the end of the season.
You know,
So
look, I'm
absolute
really
cracking competitive season.
I'm glad with that. You know, the truth of the matter is, coming into this season, I teamed up with Rablets and I wanted to win the Constructors' Championship, right? And I said to him, I'll drive rear gun for you. As it turned out, a couple of times he drove rear gun for me. And I always said to Rudy, I think you and Max will be fighting it out, the championship that is. I'm just going to do the Don Chip, just keep the bastards honest. And I wanted to finish in the top 5, and I finished in the top 5, higher than that. Around pretty good company. So look, mate, James, I'm not disappointed, bro, at all.
I didn't actually confirm the math on the Constructors' Championship either. So I'm unsure who will end up bringing it home, but it will be very, very close between
Will it?
you and Reblets in the Haas and the 2 McLaren drivers. It's going to end up being really close, I think.
Oh, no, I want that one. That's the one I want more than anything, because that's about team sport, you know, and it's...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but look, hey, it is what it is. I drove a rubbish race tonight, got caught up, angry... Oh, no, got squeezed for a bit of room by Angry Man, and I returned the favour to him, and it all ended tragically, so, you know. The mistake. And Khufu Cowboy... My gosh, that man was quick tonight. He made me work. I'm sweating like a pig. Was it entertaining for you guys in chat?
Oh, it was a pretty good race. The sprint was actually really entertaining, but then the Grand Prix itself settled down pretty quickly, unfortunately. And I thought there was going to be a late safety car. There was almost a late safety car, but not quite. So
yeah,
it is
a safety car would have helped me out. Monster, but you know, hey, it is what it is, and what Max said is right. We had so much fun. Rudy, Angry Man, myself, and Khufu Cowboy, and all of the others that got up. You know, Bulldogs. It's been a great season. It's been a lot of fun. Shame it had to come to an end, but the game's just so bugged at the moment. It's crazy.
It's all right. We will be back, and we will continue the racing. So. I don't think that's too much of a worry to have, really.
No, a week off will do us all good, I think.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, HK. Congratulations on P2 in Drivers' Championship, and I'm sure you'll be sitting on the edge of your seat to see the provisional numbers for the Constructors' Championship.
I can't wait to find out. And thank you, old mate James, for everything you've done in commentary right throughout Academy this year. It's been so much fun to listen back. Cheers, buddy.
No worries, mate. All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, that will pretty much end it for tonight. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us for the final of this truncated season of the ARL Academy League. Please join us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for the finale, the Spa Sprint into Grand Prix of the ARL Novice Division. Thank you very much. Good night.